Let us now consider the effect of temperature change for an exothermic reaction and also for an endothermic reaction. Now, when we consider an exothermic reaction, we have to consider the effect of both increase and decrease of temperature. Similarly, for an endothermic reaction, we have to consider the effect of increase and decrease of temperature. Consider this particular example, N2 plus 3H2 reversibly giving 2NH3. This is formation of ammonia, Haber process. Delta H for this reaction is given to be minus 92.38 kilojoules per mole. Since delta H is negative, the forward reaction is exothermic. So now we are considering an exothermic reaction. When temperature is increased, the system will try to decrease the temperature by favoring the backward reaction. So increase of temperature favors backward reaction. This is for an exothermic reaction. Now when temperature is decreased, the system will try to increase the temperature. How can the system increase the temperature? By favoring the forward reaction. Since it is exothermic reaction, heat will appear on the product side. So when temperature is decreased, when the system tries to increase the temperature, it can achieve that by favoring the forward reaction. So decrease of temperature favors forward reaction. Now consider another reaction equilibrium, PCl5 reversibly giving PCl3 plus chlorine. You know that this is decomposition of phosphorus pentachloride to phosphorus trichloride and chlorine. Delta H is given to be 124 kilojoules per mole. Note that here delta H is positive, which means forward reaction is an endothermic reaction. So now we are considering an endothermic reaction. If temperature is increased, the system will try to decrease the temperature by favoring the forward reaction. So in the case of an endothermic reaction, increase of temperature favors forward reaction. If the temperature is decreased, the system will try to increase the temperature by favoring the backward reaction. So for an endothermic reaction, decrease of temperature favors backward reaction. Now let us consider an experiment related to effect of temperature. Now for that, consider the reaction equation 2NO2 reversibly giving N2O4. You know that nitrogen dioxide will be brown in color and it gives N2O4. So this is the reaction. And what is delta H given to be? Delta H is given to be minus 57.2 kilojoules per mole, which shows that the forward reaction is exothermic. So here the forward reaction is exothermic. When one of the test tubes is transferred from the beaker containing water at 298 Kelvin to beaker containing water at 363 Kelvin, see here the temperature is increased from 298 Kelvin to 363 Kelvin. So here, since the temperature is increased, the system will try to decrease the temperature by favoring the backward reaction. Now what is the backward reaction here? N2O4 changing to NO2. So this is the reason why intensity of brown color increases. Now if the temperature is decreased, that is when the other test tube is transferred to beaker containing freezing mixture at 270 Kelvin. The temperature now changes from 298 Kelvin to 270 Kelvin, which means we have decreased the temperature. Since temperature is decreased, the system will try to increase the temperature by favoring the forward reaction. Forward reaction is formation of N2O4. So the intensity of brown color decreases. Next we shall discuss about the effect of catalyst. Catalyst can increase the rate of a reaction. It makes available a low energy pathway. Catalyst will increase the rate of both forward and backward reaction and it does not affect equilibrium. Catalyst actually lowers the activation energy for the forward and backward reaction by the same amount. Next we shall consider the temperature and pressure conditions required to get a good yield of ammonia. Now consider the Haber process, N2 plus 3H2 reversibly giving 2NH3. We know that delta H is negative. The forward reaction is exothermic. So here, since forward reaction is exothermic, when the temperature is decreased, the system tries to increase the temperature by favoring the forward reaction. Therefore, we can say that low temperature favors the formation of ammonia. Now, when the pressure is increased, the number of moles increases. So, the system tries to decrease the number of moles by favoring the forward reaction. Therefore, high pressure favors the formation of ammonia. Thus, good yield of ammonia can be obtained under an optimum temperature of 500 degrees Celsius and 200 atmosphere pressure, and the catalyst used is iron.